You remind me of my one Navy SEAL story. So I'm retired Air Force, and I did cybersecurity the whole time. And so there we are at weapons school in Nevada, and in the mission planning cell. Nice building, beautiful, lots of technology. And then on the last day of planning is when the SEALs show up, and I'm like, oh, who are these guys? I was leading the planning cell over there. It's like, oh, well, those are the guys that are going to go kick down the door, basically. It's like, oh, cool, awesome. So the folks that actually execute the plan. Because, being a cyber guy, my plan was it was like a hostage situation made up. So we had 4 buildings. It was a nighttime mission. So they're going to fly in with an HH-60 and then jump off. And then the plan was run to the building where the hostage is. And it was my job to find out where the hostage was, because each building had a laptop in it with a webcam. And so the scenario was hack into the laptop, take a picture. If you find the hostage, alert it. And then we're going to process all of this, like intel getting all the way down to the teams. And if they went to the wrong building, it would cost them like 3 minutes of like wasted time. And then if you went to like a third building, the mission was over and it was fail and all that stuff. So basically you had to get there and find the building. Execution happens. It's always like 3 a.m. I tried to hack into the first laptop and it's just not working. And it worked 100 times before that. And it's just like this oh shit factor, like, oh my God, like what am I gonna do now? And so it turns out the laptop was turned off. Like they didn't have electricity in the building. Like I didn't even consider that. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the first laptop, take a picture. It's gonna be easy. Go to the next one. So I had to skip that one really quickly. Went to the second one, still wasn't there. Went to the third one. That's where the hostage was. And it was like last few seconds, like a movie time scenario, got the information to them. They got to the building. It was a success. They got the hostage out. So that's my one story. And you remind me of that point where it's like, it's not going to go as you plan, right? And then you come back to the debrief after everything's over, and then everything is like laid out. And the debrief is really where we evolve, because when you take off, all the rank and the authority out of that room, and then you're able to like point objectively as to like what exactly happened, what was the timeline, where did the train leave the tracks, and then identify some kind of a root cause and then fix that it doesn't happen again. And that's huge. I don't know very many militaries out there that do that process efficiently, which is why I think we're definitely number one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a normal thing in special operations. They have a thing, AARs, they do that in the 75th Ranger Regiment. They definitely do it with tactical air crews. They will sit them down afterwards and they'll go through everything from the pre-planning information and inputs to the plan itself, any rehearsals. They'll walk through the entire storyline all over again, looking for anything that was missed or anything that should have been picked up that wasn't. Mm-hmm. And anything they wish they'd done differently, until they get to the moment where they go feet dry or feet wet, depending on what it is, and they're in the bad guy's backyard. And then the same thing for every single kind of step of performance of each phase. And it's nauseatingly detailed, and it takes a long time, and everybody's got to be mature, because you don't want to. I've been placed on the island of Sardinia under full moon with a 45-man rescue force in an exercise to go get a pilot at the other end of the tip of the island of Sardinia.
Jeez. And
the helicopters inserted us 13 miles away instead of 3 miles away.
Like by accident?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
This is before GPS was reliable, and we got on the ground and we assumed, okay, we know exactly where we are, because we were told exactly where we would be put, and it was exactly where we asked to be put. And we had this. You had to go in a file because it was on like a 40-degree slope, and all the rocks were like softball-sized rocks. So guys were falling, and you couldn't walk fast, you couldn't walk quiet. Full moon, not a single bush or tree. So you felt like you were just walking on a football field with all the lights on. And we kept stopping. I was towards the end of the formation. And when you stop like that, that's not good news. That means somebody's lost.
No.
Because you're stopping to find out what the hell.